advocate general's unit. Those 2 bars on his uniform made him look important. I wrapped my feet around the legs of the folding chair to keep myself from kicking Manuelito. He's a year younger than I am, and he prides himself on being the most annoying 11-year-old in the world. Manuelito lowers his head closer to the table, his eyebrows thickening and his fangs growing longer. He whispers, "It's not gonna work, you know. Fidel always wins." I unwrap my left foot from the chair and kick him in the shin. Manuelito winces. That was for Papi. Tia Carmen turns up the radio by the sink, and Mommy purses her lips. "Aquí, Radio Rebelde," shouts a deep voice from the speaker. "The Yankee imperialists have failed, are failing, and will fail to overthrow our glorious revolution." News of the Bay of Pigs invasion fills the kitchen. Fidel has been giving speech after speech, taunting the Cuban exiles and their American supporters. The anthem of the 26th of July movement, Fidel's government, blasts from the radio, and Mommy turns it off. I sigh. Manuelito, Pepito, and I try to concentrate on our domino game, but it's no use. You're supposed to play with 4 people. Normally Papi would have been our 4th. Pepito lays down a new domino, and his eyes grow wide. "Ay caramba, la caja de muertos." He slaps his hand over his mouth before Mommy can hear him curse. Pepito has always thought the double 9 tile was bad luck because it's called the dead man's box. When I hear the stomps and shouts outside, I'm reminded that there are worse sources of bad luck than a little white tile. "It's okay, hermanito. Don't worry," I reassure him. I swipe my hand over the dominoes we've laid down, erasing our careful rows. Game over. I show Pepito how to line up the dominoes in front of one another and knock them down in a cascade. He claps his chubby hands and starts to set up the dominoes himself, sticking out his tongue in concentration. Mommy sets down a glass of water in front of me, and I pretend not to notice her shaking hand. A sharp pop of gunfire explodes outside, making us all jump. "What are they doing?" Pepito asks. Mommy lets out a long sigh. "They're celebrating, Nene." Pepito scrunches up his face. "That doesn't sound like celebrating to me. There isn't any music." Eventually, they will have music. Of course they will have music, and parades, and speeches. So many speeches. That's what they always do. But there are always guns first. More pops of gunfire burst outside. We hear a whiz and a snap as a bullet hits the concrete wall of Tia Carmen's house. Pepito, Manuelito, and I instinctively duck our heads, and Mommy shouts a word she smacked me on the back of the head before for saying. Laughter erupts outside along with shouts of "Patria o muerte." Manuelito, Pepito, and I try to line up the dominoes again, but our hands shake too hard. The tiles keep falling over prematurely. Manuelito gives up and starts gnawing on his fingernails. A sharp knock interrupts our game, and Tia Carmen opens the door. A man in green fatigues stands in the doorway. His black, greasy beard glistens in the candlelight coming from the kitchen. "Good evening, compañera. Wonderful evening for the revolution, no?" He sneers, looking Tia Carmen up and down. She crosses her arms in front of her. "What do you want?" The soldier raises his eyebrow. "You hear we defeated the Yankees?" "Everyone's heard your nonsense." Tia Carmen clicks her tongue and stares hard at the soldier. From the kitchen, Mommy hisses, "Carmencita, tranquila." The soldier pushes past Tia Carmen, the rifle slung over his shoulder smacking against the door frame. He stands over us, sitting at the kitchen table with our dominoes. My palms start to sweat and stick to the plastic tablecloth. "You boys should be proud. You have witnessed the power of the revolution over the Yankees, the power of Cuba over the imperialists," he declares, hands on his hips. Tia Carmen rolls her eyes, and Mommy elbows her hard in the ribs. The soldier turns on his heels and stands an inch from Mommy. "You know, compañera, the revolution is always seeking young men for the cause of freedom."